Lil Uzi is releasing his new album, The Pink Tape, tomorrow on June 30th, this Friday. Only a couple of hours are left until the official release of this album. We'll talk about what you can expect from this album. I divided this up into 4 different categories that we're going to take a look at. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and details everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. Also, real quick, concerning the Pink Tape, I'll be live on Twitch tomorrow listening to this album. The community post will go live in a couple of hours to get all the info on where to find it, so make sure you're there because that's going to be epic. So first of all, I wanted to talk about the aesthetic and the sound of this album, because obviously either from the snippets or also from the material that we've gotten for this album so far, there are a couple of things that we can derive. First of all, we can all agree that this is going to be somewhat of an, again, futuristic aesthetic and sound to the album, because from what we hear from the snippets so far, and also what we've kind of seen him develop into, especially also with Eternal Take, that is the direction he's going in right now. Of course, we've also heard the rumors that some deep voice Uzi tracks will be on there. Those could fit very well on there. I'm very excited for those as well. But all in all, I think also when you look at the cover art, he's gonna go for some epic futuristic sound. At least that's what I believe this is gonna be. I mean, especially from the cover and also from the trailer. We'll talk about the trailer in a second a little bit more. We can see that he's really in his, I'm in my lane, I know my sound, I know that I have done what I needed to do in terms of coming up and being successful, and now he wants to establish his own Uzi sound that he's also now started with Eternal Take, and I think this will continue on this one too. And that kind of also connects to the second point that I wanted to touch on, which is the story behind this. Because when you watch the trailer, you see that he definitely had some sort of story in mind, some sort of narrative when thinking about this album. And I think that was in his mind even before making the album as well, because he himself, look at the OG cover, not the new one in front of the American flag. I'm talking about the one with him standing there with the American flag. He looks like Batman. Like, that's how I always compare it. He looks like a superhero, and I also think that he sees himself in that role as a superhero. Because also connecting to the trailer that you probably have seen, if not, make sure to go watch it. It's an amazing trailer. We can see a whole storyline in there. He gets this gem stolen from his forehead like in real life, so we can see direct parallels right there about him wanting to be a superhero, and also from the way he dresses and stuff like that. Uzi's a rock star. Uzi's a superhero basically in real life. But in this story, in the trailer, he gets that stone stolen, and then he has to go on the hunt back for it against this entity, against this knight that he then faces off in a final battle, which is something that I was completely blown away by when I first watched the trailer, because he goes through so many stages. We have that first stage of him being in that Tokyo. You know, we still have stuff like Pink is everywhere, and Starbucks is VERT'S, for example, so that's kind of funny as well. But he's in Tokyo, basically in some futuristic Neo-Tokyo style. Then he goes into this deserted temple where he has to fight off these knights, and then he's with the final boss, and then he gets the stone, the diamond back. So I think that a lot of the tracks on here will be kind of a soundtrack to that. Will be heroic, will be epic, will feature a grand sound, you know, just in general when it comes to the mixing and mastering of this thing. And that's also what I'm looking forward to a lot, because Uzi can definitely do those big songs. And of course, it does serve as some sort of soundtrack to the trailer, because he already used some of the snippets, Amped Up, for example, Spin Again, all of those in the trailer as well. So that's kind of what we know about it. Next up, I wanted to talk about the features real quick. We have a couple of them confirmed. For example, we have Travis Scott confirmed by DJ Academics. We have a hint at a Playboi Carti feature that he gave in the live with Kai Cenat, so that one's going to be dope. We know that maybe Trippie Redd will be on there because he was at the Pink Tape listening party, and also Baby Keem retweeted some of the stuff about the Pink Tape. So those are some possible features. As always, the people with the leaks, they know way more, so put them in the comments if you have those, just as under any other video. but those are people that we can expect on there. Some other people that I would like to see, of course, the Drake song, that would be, I mean, pretty dope if he puts that on there. Still don't know if Drake is dropping tomorrow, but also other people that he might have, you know, work with. I hope Yeet has some sort of appearance on there. That would be dope. And the last category that I wanted to touch on is the place in his discography, where this will fit. I've seen some people under the last video that I dropped yesterday that is called Everything That We Know About This. So if you're still watching this before the release and you want to know every single detail about this, there we got compiled in one video. The video yesterday is that, so you can go check it out. I also have a playlist on my channel with all the Pink Tape videos, so if you're a fan, you can definitely go check that out. But what I think about place in his discography, some people were saying that this could be his Astroworld, and I disagree slightly. I think that Eternal the Take was his Astroworld, with hyping it up for years and years and years. The Pink Tape, though, has rose to some sort of similar position now. We've been talking about Pink, Delta Pink, the Pink Tape, all of that for a very long time now, and a lot of announcements and broken promises and snippets have released over the past months, years even, until this thing is now finally coming. So this is a big moment for all the fans. But what I really wanted to get at is, I think this is going to be about as big as Eternal to Take. That's basically what I wanted to say. Eternal to Take sold about, I think, 300 first week. I don't think he'll actually sell 300 first week, but it'll be about the same sort of hype that we had for Eternal to Take. Now, I think when it comes to sales, this will sell 100 to 200 first week. Now, the reason I'm lowballing this is because, you know, sales have just been declining over the past couple of years. That, of course, has to do with the emergence of the Billboard rules that now kind of take those fan packs out, but then now from the 30th on, so from the release of the Pink Tape on, they're added back into the calculations of the first week sales. So if Uzi plays it right, he'll sell a lot of merch with this album, and then I do believe that some of those numbers could still go up. But usually artists announce their merch, announce something like merch or some bundles, they announce it prior so that then they can already rack in those sales. So I think just the reason that the merch wasn't so hyped, we have some pictures of the merch that could make it as merch. The reason that those haven't been so hyped up and so promoted yet is the reason why I think that it's not going to sell over 200. At least let me say it like that. I think 150 to 200 is a reasonable number that we can kind of aim at, but if it does better than that, I'm all happy for Uzi. Now, those are the 4 things that I wanted to dive into. Let me know what you expect from this, though, because obviously there's only my view on this thing, and, you know, having covered this over months now, it is so exciting to see that we're getting this finally tomorrow, and I hope that we're still gonna get the track list today. We don't have the track list yet, so as soon as that happened, I'll drop a video, so make sure you stay subscribed to then be notified when that video drops, because that will definitely happen in the next couple of hours. But until then, let me know what y'all think about this, all your theories, all your thoughts on this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.